Okay, let's take a really quick look at our set, and I will review the controls and see what you have to play with. By default, you're probably going to be in object mode. So to start animating, remember this is all one big armature. So Fred and the pieces of the set are an armature. If you select it and you go to pose mode, you can start to animate. So we know about Fred. There's another video on Fred if you want to control him. For now, we'll let him go. So a couple things. Before you start, I would probably change your mode, your animation mode to local. All right, so I'm not sure where you are up here, global, local. I would use local. I think it's a little easier to get started. So make sure that's local. Don't forget, if you hit N on your keyboard, this will pop up, or you can hit this little caret there. Under item, your location, your rotation, and your scale, it's all there. So you can work numerically if you want, or you can just move, rotate using the gizmo. That's kind of up to you. You will find that certain parts of this rig are locked. Feel free to lock or unlock if you want to. I just thought it would be easier if I locked out certain channels to make your life a little easier. But feel free to modify as needed. That's kind of up to you. So real quick, let's just take a look at this. Let me hide that. You have this. This is a gear, and you'll see as the gear moves, I have just parented dynamically Fred to the gear. So Fred right now is currently moving with the gear. Remember, dynamic parenting, so you can parent any part of this rig with any other part dynamically. I'm going to disable that from Fred. So Fred's master is now moving independent of the gear. All right, so you have that ability. All right, so the gear, I don't know how you want to incorporate it into your animation. That's kind of up to you. We'll move on. There are a series of spikes, right, which you can kind of use however you want. They can rotate, they can move, they can fly around. After you get to the spikes, you're going to notice a trap door here, which can be open or closed depending on the direction that you rotate. We'll open it up, I guess. And inside, you'll see a series of spikes in that pit. Okay, so after the trap doors, you have this little guy. It can be a platform. It could also be used as a laser. So the cool thing here is at the top where these arrows are, if you move them up, they turn on, down it turns off. So you can use this to shoot laser beams if you want, which would be kind of fun. After the laser, you're going to have this gate, which can open or close. So maybe, I don't know, it's some kind of obstacle to prevent Fred from rolling. After you get past the gate, you'll notice a little pit of water or lava or whatever you want to call it, acid. So there's a little pit there. Moving on, there's a series of platforms. And last but not least, at the end of your set, you have this guy, your gem. All right, so there's a master controller. You can move, you can rotate, transform, scale. And then there's a little guy here in the middle, which you can also kind of use to animate. So this is your set design. This, along with Fred, should give you a pretty cool opportunity to tell a fun little story. So remember, we're going to try to use a 3-act structure, and you're going to have like Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and you're going to create a visual story, the story of Fred and the gem. How it ends, I don't know. Surprise me. Have some fun with it. If you have any questions, you can just shoot me an email, or you can post on the message board on Canvas, and I will get back to you. All right, guys, have a good one.